quarterfinal action coming your way between Cascade Illusions and Dublin Delmise. Let's dive right into the action. We got a Sableye lead with the Carbink coming up. Looks like a Trick Room option here. There's the Protect for the potential Fake Out. Gets the Trick Room up and the Quash. And I didn't know this, but Quash actually allows the Pokemon to go after your Trick Room, even though it is a -7 priority. Gets the screen up, sets up the back row coming in. But so much offensive pressure coming from Cascade. The hard switch into the Scraggy, which looks like a direct counter to that Stack Attacka with 4 times super effective attacks from both Dragonite and Scraggy. So, but Trick Room up, having 2 turns left with 2 very slow Pokemon on the field. The Carbink does go down here, but I think that's okay. We got a Dynamax Stack Attack on the field. It is -1 though. Here comes the newly acquired Marowak, and it immediately gets faked out. And you know what, with that -1 attack from the Stack Attack, it's just not able to KO the Dragonite. And now at -2 with no Pokemon left in the back, no way to clear those stat drops. It does not look good in this moment with all 4 Pokemon still on the field from Cascade Illusions and a -2 from the Stack Attacker and the -1 Thick Club holding Marowak. There's the super effective, 4 times super effective attack going in with the +1 defense. Doesn't actually chip away too much. But yeah, then there's another Intimidate right there. It looks like this game is over. But let's see how it finishes off. The Will-O-Wisp just to put the last nail in the coffin against that Marowak. That would really, ooh, the double Protect here from the Marowak. Misses the Will-O-Wisp. Wow, that Scraggy does so much damage. Looks like the #1 F tier so far this season. And you know what, just to finish off and just get a couple extra kills, but nothing stops that Moltres being saved nicely in the back to secure Game 1. Next up, Game 2. Let's see if they changed up any of the leads. We got Sableye Carbink again, bringing it again, and we got the Talonflame Dragonite. Looks like not a whole lot is changing this match. And ooh, going for a Will-O-Wisp on the Sableye instead. Still gets the Trick Room up, but that Earthquake does hit everything he needs to hit in turn 1. Very good choice here, saving the Dynamax. A trick of the full Incense, making it go last in the priority pool, no matter if it's Trick Room or if it's not Trick Room as well. Very good item to trick on. Doesn't actually work until the end of the turn, so just a little fun fact there. Let me see. Oh, the switch into the Earthquake. 4 times super effective against that Magnezone. Not a good start here from Dublin Delmise here. And here comes the Dynamax from the Dragonite. A Protect on the Stack Attacka. Discharge coming up. So much damage from that Magnezone, even though it is low health. And there goes the Magnezone there. Probably not what Lex wanted to do in that moment, switching in that into that 4 times super effective move here. And here's the stat drops again. We got another -1 on the Stack Attacker. Let's see if he actually shuffles in and out that Scraggy to get those stat drops, because these are the last 2 Pokemon here. 4 Pokemon on the other side of the field. Only 2 very weak Pokemon left on the one side of the field here. Down goes the Dynamax here. Gets the +1 on the Stack Attacker. Maybe a little too late. Trick Room does go up for the 2nd time here. The Sandstorm is up, which does give it the special defense boost there. So a Max Guard there, very smart, getting off that Max Guard, preserving his Dynamax and probably his last chance of winning in this match. But let's see. Ooh, the hard switch into the flying Pokemon here. Oh, and a Rock Slide. Okay, so this match has come back in favor of Dublin Delmise. So let's see how this goes. But we just still have three turns of Trick Room. Oh my goodness. Coming right down to the wire here. All that's left on Cascade side of the field is a Scraggy, a Protect there, stalling out that last turn of Sandstorm. Not sure if it's going to help too much here, but it does KO that Carbink with the burn. Oh, the double Detect here! What a huge double Protect. 1 double Detect in the first game by Dublin Delmise, and a double Detect in the second game by Scraggy, bringing him a win in Game 2 and securing his spot in the semifinals. Congratulations to you, Cascade Illusions. Bring a new Game 1 action between the Blue Eyes White Dragonites and the Kentucky Wild Bolts. Let's see how it went down. Looks like we got an Alolan Persian PZ lead and the Tapu Lele Bolton lead. No fake out coming here because of the Psychic Terrain. Nice job there. Here comes a Snarl, dropping that special attack stat of both Pokemon, and a Moonblast coming out, OHKOing the Alolan Persian. Oh, the paralyzed first turn and the full paralysis. Not good here for Blue Eyes. The Moonblast comes out here, almost finishing off that Dragapult, but disappearing swiftly with that Phantom Force. Max Strike coming from the paralyzed PZ. Let's see if Blue Eyes can bring this back. The wall of Registeel coming out. Dynamax here, not a whole lot that PZ can do. PZ does hang on here from that Steel Spike, but that Registeel just continues to beef up its own stats as it's known to do. And no stat drops from that Clear Body ability there. And here comes back in the Bolton and the Disappearing Act from the Phantom Force, and finishing off that PZ. Let's see, last two Pokemon on the field, actually last one Pokemon on the field, with that Lonely Pyukumuku, gets the paralysis off. Not a whole lot of offense that Pyukumuku can do here, except counter, but a little too late. Let's see if it can be pulled back, but unless that Bolton is physical on that side of the field, which it is, not a whole lot Blue Eyes can do with any special attackers in the back. Let's see what happens here. Just really delaying the inevitable here with that Pyukumuku, and down it goes, finishing off game 1 with the 3-0 victory from the Kentucky Wild Bolts. Game 2 coming up. Let's see if Blue Eyes can pull this one back in game 2. Let's see if he switches up the leads. Looks like we got a Whimsicott lead now, possibly trying out that Tailwind to get the speed advantage here. Right away Dynamaxing that Registeel, and to stop any sort of shenanigans, the first turn Protect, but read very, very nicely with that coaching Blaziken. Those +1 and +2 defense, +1 attack, +2 defense, and immediately comes in the counter of the Pyukumuku. Looks like that was brought specifically for it. Let's see what can be done here. Another coaching, just constantly beefing up that stat. That Unaware ability on that Pyukumuku does avoid all of those stat boots, so that might actually have been the strategy there. Here comes the Fungus here, possibly to get off some spores and some redirection, knocking off the threat of the PZ, eliminating the Dynamax Mon. The taunt coming, not a whole lot that Pyukumuku can do here on its own. Really there to kind of support and deal with that Registeel. But let's see how the Dragapult does come here. The Whimsicott does come back. Disappearing Act, and the switch in on the Spore. Nice job there. But let's see what that Dragapult comes into with the Fly. Probably going into that Fungus. Yeah, there it is. Nice read with the Protect, and even running the Protect on the Fungus. This game looks a whole lot over a whole lot quickly. 2 support Pokemon left on the field. Yeah, and there goes that Whimsicott. This game is over. Yeah, let's see. I think this does go on for a little bit. But again, with that Unaware ability, does delay things like that. And the Taunted Fungus, all he can do is Pollen Puff here. Maybe some flinches. That Leftovers. Possibly a Freeze coming here from the Ice Punch. More Pollen Puff action here. We got 8 turns. Let's see how long this goes for. Yeah, there goes the Taunt. There comes another Ice Punch. There's the Spore, and it looks like that might be the last nail in the coffin. But that Leftover is just healing so much damage. And just for good measure, bringing in that Spectrier. Not a whole lot that Pyukumuku can do. Does a Shadow Ball come here? And the crit just to finish off week 1 of the playoffs for the 8-0 Kentucky Wild Bolts. Congratulations to you. 2 quarterfinal powerhouses going at one another. Number 4 Dripped Out Dragapults versus number 5 Salpalo Excadrills. Let's check it out. We got Urshifu Metagross lead from Justin on the one side, very aggressive lead, versus the Indeedee Salamence lead on Vitor's side. And it looks like we've seen this before in previous weeks since the late addition of the Salamence. An early Dynamax from both players right now. You got the Metagross, a bunch of different items it could have on it right now. The Salamence, no regard for what item it could have, and sure enough, it is that weakness policy, and it looks like Justin's in pretty good shape for turn 1, predicting that Max Flare. Gets the +2. and let's see if Vitor can stop it. But the Corviknight comes out, possibly to predict that max Airstream into that other slot, but Metagross sends out a max guard here. Good prediction there on the Flare Blitz. Darmanitan and a max flare goes into the Corviknight, and nice preparation by Justin, putting that Aqua Berry on that Corviknight, predicting multiple fire attack possibilities, but gets up the Tailwind in the process, getting that speed advantage much needed. Oh, and there goes the Dynamax Metagross from that Darmanitan. Very hard to stop that that sheer force Darmanitan with that Flare Blitz, especially in the sun too. Holy crap, a lot of damage going off there. But Justin brings back in that Urshifu, possibly to finish off. Oh, no, there's that Ice Punch into the Salamence. Was possibly thinking there was a Sucker Punch coming into that Urshifu, and swiftly goes down the Urshifu there to that Darmanitan. Looks like Darmanitan did its job very well as Vitor planned. But now we got 2 Pokemon versus 1 left on the one side. Let's see if Vitor can pull this back. Duraludon left all by itself on the one side of the field. Protect comes off, very smart play, trying to stall out that Tailwind. 2 turns Sun left, but let's see what he decides to Magician his way out of this to possibly pull back a Game 1. Focus Blast comes into the Duraludon, 70% accuracy, 100% accuracy in this last turn of Game 1. Congratulations to you on your Game 1 victory. Next, we have Game 2 between Vitor and Justin. Let's see how they lead. It looks like we have yet another aggressive lead by Justin with the Metagross Urshifu. Looks like his prep did call for that for a lot of the leads Vitor can pull off. And also a very, yeah, it looks like a very similar turn 1 we have here. Let's see how different it goes, if there's any adjustments to be made. A Follow Me comes off, definitely different from Game 1. The Wicked Blow comes off. And very good call with that Colbur Berry on the Indeedee. Just to predict that Wicked Blow and calc that to survive there. So very, very good decision there. 1 Moxie Boost, and there goes that Indeedee. Thank you for that Follow Me, Indeedee. You've done your job very well. But now we have basically a Dragon Danced Salamence on the side of the field, and it's going to be very hard to come back from that, especially with 2 fire Pokemon on the side of the field with that Metagross. There goes the 1 hit, same damage as last game, and I would imagine a Flare Blitz is coming to finish it off. And sure enough, there it is. Very good turn there by Sao Paulo Excadrills. The Corviknight there, more in a support role, not so much a damage role. The sun's up. By turn 2, both Pokemon are... by turn 3, both Pokemon are down. Turn 3, 3 Pokemon are down. It looks like this is a whole lot of over right now, folks. Very, very good adjustment by Vitor in Game 2. And just look how much damage that does through the Aqua Berry. Holy cow. Yeah, it looks like a 3-0 win by Vitor in Game 2. Putting it away in 3 turns. Congratulations to you. Moving on to Game 3. Game 3 winner go home matchup. Let's see how it goes. We're in for a good one, boys and girls. We're going to start off with a different lead from Vitor in Game 3. Duraludon, Frostlass versus the Metagross and the Urshifu. All same leads for Game 1, 2, and 3 for Justin there. Dynamax Duraludon. Very good decision there. And Protect for Metagross. And let's see. We got an ally switch here, possibly predicting. Oh, very, very good read there by Vitor. What a good first turn. G-Max Depletion. There goes the Urshifu. Couldn't have asked for a better turn on the one side. And let's see if Justin can pull this back. We got the Thundurus making an appearance in this quarterfinal matchup as well. A third Dynamax Metagross. A Taunt coming in into the Frostlass. Can't Will-O-Wisp after the turn. Very, very good decision there by Justin. G-Max Depletion. Here comes the Max Quake, but that Duraludon is just so bulky, especially in its Dynamax form. There goes the Max Guard there. Brutal Swing, activating that weakness policy. Very good decision there by Justin. Let's see if this Metagross can finish it off at the +2 attack, +2 special attack. Very good read by Vitor there with the Max Guard. But we still have 2 turns left to Dynamax from that Metagross, so let's see if he can survive for 2 more turns stalling out that Dynamax. Ice Beam comes off from the Frostlass. Not a whole lot I can do because of the taunt. No Will-O-Wisp possibility. Steel Spike comes off from that Frostlass, finishing it off. It looks like Justin is in the driver's seat in this match right now. With the weakness policy proc, and we've got the +2 Tailwind. So a Protect comes off from the Corviknight, and a protect comes off from the Salamence. Very passive turn from both teams. Ooh, a double protect from Vitor's side here. Ooh, the Earthquake comes off. Was only going to hit that Duraludon, seeing how the other two were flying types. Trying for a double protect from the Corviknight here. But yeah, that Salamence is going to be very hard to take out with an Earthquake here. But, ooh, a Heat Wave. Very good decision to have an attack that attacks both sides. But we got, oh, that Darmanitan comes out. Very, very scary. And there's that Flare Blitz. And that Corviknight being a support set, not a whole lot can do in this particular moment. The season looks like it's coming to an end right about here. Congratulations to Vitor and Justin for very, very good seasons. 4v5 is never easy, but it looks like Sao Paulo Excadrills moving on to round 2. Alright, last quarterfinal matchup coming here between Great Marsh Gastrodons and Space City PC, seeing who can make their impact on the semifinals of Season 2. Let's see how it goes down. We've got an Incineroar lead with the Heliolisk. Not the most aggressive lead, although they both can do some serious damage, not usually used in the offensive format. But we got a double protect from that Gothitelle and the Volcarona lead coming off. Not to mention that Intimidate boost. Very good call bringing the competitive Gothitelle in Game 1 just to predict that Intimidate coming off. So we got a +2 Gothitelle on the field right now. Darkest Lariat coming off just to do a whole lot of damage to that potential redirection Pokemon. Struggle Bug comes off just to lower the special attack of, oh, and there goes that Heliolisk. Didn't have a chance to do a whole lot. That Glare is going to be a pain. We'll see if that shows a factor as this match goes on. The Rain comes out from the Politoed. Let's see if that Gothitelle with the +2 does a whole lot of damage with those boosts. And there's the full paralysis from the Volcarona, and very good protect there, predicting that Thunder coming in and finishing off that Gothitelle with the Darkest Lariat. Very good turn there for Space City. Let's see who takes the advantage here. The Grimmsnarl comes in this season. We are not sure which Grimmsnarl it is, but it looks like it revealed itself just now with the G-Max version. Let's see if we get a Snooze coming here. A Surf coming off, doing a whole whackload of damage to all 3 Pokemon, including his own, and Darkest Lariat finishing off that Volcarona here, and the Max Overgrowth doing a whole lot of damage to that Politoed. We've got 2 kills from that support Incineroar at this current moment. Let's see if he can finish off the rest of the field, but we do have a Dynamax Pokemon on the other side of the field. And there's the Drill Run with that Trick Room. Very, very slow Escavalier on the other side of the field. And the Perish Song. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Perish Song comes off. The timer has been set. This game will be over in 3 turns or less. Let's see if this one Pokemon remaining on Space City's side of the field can stall out all 3 turns with the Dynamax still left in his disposal. We have a Dynamax here. Max Guard looks like he is going for the stall. This would be a crazy win and an interesting end to Game 1. Wow, I would not want to be on Great Marsh's side of the field right now. 2 Pokemon almost at full health, just trying to kill this in... Oh, and there goes the Grimmsnarl. Not sure if... Yeah, not quite enough damage. I would imagine a Max Guard is coming here just to finish off that last song of Perish Song. Must be so deflating sitting there just watching this last turn finish off, knowing what your fate is. Yes, unfortunately, fortunately this is a best of 3, so there is a chance to make up some ground here in Game 2. Wow, what an exciting Game 1. Moving on to Game 2, let's see if we get the same kind of action. Coming in, we've got the Hitmonlee and the Grimmsnarl lead. We've seen this lead before, folks, this season. And we have, let's just go straight with the Rain lead. Very aggressive lead from Space City. And a turn 1 Dynamax. Very, very, not something he normally likes to do. Oh, and here comes that Bullet Punch, activating that weakness policy, and the Pickpocket grabbing the Assault Vest. Very good decision there. Let's see if it pays off in Game 2. The Max Starfall, wow, just taking out that Dynamax in turn 1. Wow, that strategy, we've seen that once before this season. Very creative from Great Marsh. Not a whole lot of offense on this side of the field now. Oh, and the Sunny Day from the Hitmonlee. That is the first time I have ever seen a Hitmonlee use Sunny Day. The Focus Sash just revealing some more information on Space City's side of the field. The Dry Skin ability, we've seen that in Week 8 with the Surf. But with that sun up, it's not going to do a whole lot of damage and a whole lot of healing in this moment. Close Combat finishes off that super effective attack on the Heliolisk. The Max Overgrowth comes off with a +2 damage off on the Politoed. I bet that felt really good, finishing off that Perish Song Pokemon from last game. And one final Pokemon left, Lurantis in the sun. Just a sitting duck in this moment. Brings out the fire Pokemon just for good measure. Ooh, a double switch into the Duraludon. The superpower comes off. Ooh, that a whole lot of damage, but the +1 and the +1 there. Let's see if a fire attack finishes off this grass type Pokemon. Dragon Pulse comes off doing a ton of damage. I'm curious what that item is. And the Overheat finishing off Space City's last Pokemon, bringing us to a Game 3 winner take all. See you there. Right down to the wire with this Game 3 action, seeing who goes on to round 2 of the playoffs. Winner go home in this one game. Space City wins Game 1, Great Marsh wins Game 2. Let's see how it goes down. We got very similar leads here in Game 3. Let's see if he goes for that Bullet Punch Weakness Pulse again. Nope, switches right into that Volcarona. Possibly some redirection shenanigans going on right here. The Fake Out comes out. Almost the entire set revealed on that Hitmonlee at this moment in the match. We've got a superpower, early superpower, just to get some early buffs on that contrary Lurantis here. Close Combat comes off, lowering its defenses. Probably expect... Oh, there's the miss on the Overheat. That might not have KO'd in that moment due to the rain, but that does not matter in this moment because that Lurantis is just continuing to buff itself right now with those superpowers. Let's see if that makes a huge impact. We basically got a weakness policy activation on that Lurantis with those buffs he gave himself. No support needed in that moment. But let's see. Okay, so Max Overgrowth, possibly to go into that Politoed, the hard switch into the fire Pokemon. Look how much damage that superpower does, making it +3, taking off about 85% to that Duraludon in this moment. Very strong Pokemon, very underrated Lurantis. Max Wormwood comes off, not going to help lowering that attack, just boosting it one more, making it +4. So let's see. Oh, +5 now, just getting that last the last KO on that Dynamaxmon. Still having a Dynamax option left on the field for Space City PC. Known to Dynamax very late this season. Very smart and sometimes detrimental. But that Overheat finally finishes off that +5 Lurantis in the moment. I bet he's happy to see that one go. Let's see what he brings out for the secondary option for some offense here. We do have the Rain Up, and we do have the Politoed Kingdra in the back most likely. Yep, there's that Kingdra. That Swift Swim ability is just going to outspeed everything on the field. We got a little bit of a passive turn here with both Protects. Very good call predicting that Darkest Lariat. And just a complete waste of a turn 6 because we got very timely Protects and attacks into those Protects. Here comes the late Dynamax in turn 7. Let's see if this finishes off the game. We got another Protect from that Volcarona. Airstream comes off into the Volcarona, not doing a ton of damage, but we do have no Pokemon left in the back for Great Marsh, and we do have a -2 special attacking Volcarona. Let's see if that has an impact on the end of the game. But we just have so many debuffs on the one side of the field. I'm not sure if Great Marsh can pull this back at this moment, but we do have a -1 Dynamax Pokemon, special attacking Pokemon. Geyser in the rain. Thank God we have that -1 there. That Grimmsnarl would have been finished in that moment. Now we have a -2. Just trying to go the same way, and look how little that Power Whip did because of those that attack drop. The Surf going off, finishing off that Grimmsnarl. This game looks like a whole lot of over, and let's see how he decides to finish off this Volcarona. Trying to get rid of the rain with that last Protect and this last-ditch effort to come back in this Game 3, but it seems like a little, too late. Was that just a double Protect there? I seem to see a lot of these in this round 1 so far this year. But turn 10, Surf comes off, finishing off the Volcarona. What an upset. Number 7 taking out the number 2 seed. Good luck to you in round 2 of the playoffs. Unfortunately, Great Marsh, great season, but finishing a little short this season. Good luck to all the players that made it into the semifinals this season. Let's see how it goes down.
WPL, we ain't taking any L's. Yeah, the only thing we taking is this championship belt. 8 seasons, who's the best? Prove your worth to all the rest. I will be the champ before I take my last breath. World Pokemon League, beating every single team that I see. Made it to playoffs and it was a breeze. Undefeated in my winning